What's going on, YouTubers? The Iceman here on this Wednesday. Feeling a little bit better. The allergies have really got to me. I mean, I've been up since like 3 o'clock this morning, congested. My eyes were swollen, sore throat. You get the constant sinus drip and whatnot. But anyway, this is a video for all the John Cena fans and haters out there in the world of professional wrestling. I, being a John Cena fan, I have been since he joined the WWE uh, way back when. But anyway, um, you know, people talk about John Cena never wanting to lose or job out to anybody. Um, my opinion, I think you're totally wrong. I've heard remarks about Sami Zayn and John Cena's match on Monday Night Raw this past Monday in Montreal at the Bell Center. John Cena is the United States champion. He's not going to lose the belt going into payback, for one thing. And secondly, this was Sami Zayn's really his initial match here on Monday Night Raw. Did you really expect him to beat John Cena? Much like Neville going up against Seth Rollins when Neville came into the WWE, it's just not going to happen. And, I see the focal point by a lot of wrestling fans. They focus on John Cena, the hate of John Cena. There's a lot of love for John Cena, and this is why he is absolutely the most polarizing WWE superstar in this era. Like I said, love him or hate him, he gets a reaction. And, the bottom line, that's what it's all about. So, everybody can say that, he buries everybody. Yeah, we can go back to a last couple of years with the Ryback matches and with Bray Wyatt and whatnot, and now with Rusev. But here is the thing: John Cena still is a top WWE superstar. You cannot expect him to lose all the time. Now, it's not John Cena's doing for whom he's going to feud with or whom he's going to wrestle with. It's out of his control. Yes, does he have any kind of perspective or suggestions? Yeah, I'm sure he does. I mean, I'm sure any top superstar does. But I look at it this way: a lot of the young YouTubers here in the YWC, just totally bashing John Cena. You know, Look at it this way. Everybody talks about you can't bring back the past. Everybody's talking about the Attitude Era being the best era in the world of professional wrestling. Yeah, it probably was, but look at the other side of the coin. It was because of WCW competing with the WWF, and that's why the WWF had to decide to do what they did. Now there's not that equal competition, so the WWE can do what they want. Now, as far as people burying people, let's go back. Let's go back. Not 10 years, not 20 years. Let's go back maybe 30 years, maybe a little longer than 30 years. Let's go back to the days of Bruno Sammartino when he was the WWF champion. The man never lost. He had the longest title reign in the WWF history. Now, regardless, we didn't have internet then. We didn't get to see a lot of the matches like we get to today. But how would you internet fans feel if we had internet back then and Bruno had that title for over 8 years? Anybody that came his way, he would win. Would you call that Bruno burying those opponents? I don't know. I can't speak for you, but this is my point. And then you go back, a little less in time when Bob Backlund was the WWF the champion, and Backlund in the same boat. I mean, yeah, Backlund, he would lose non-title matches, but when it came down to the title matches, he didn't seem to lose. It was very, very rare, as it was with Bruno Sammartino. Um, so we fast forward back here in 2015 with John Cena, who is the U.S. champion in the WWE. Guys, you bitched when Cena had the belt, the WWE title, or the World Heavyweight title before it was unified. Now he's got the WWE United States title, and you're bitching about him now. Um, it's he don't bury anybody. In the long run, when his career is all said and done, John Cena is going to propel younger people and make them stars. I mean, this is just how it's done in the wrestling business. Um, when you're up there and you're on a pedestal, you don't lose all that often. But when it comes to where you're starting to wind down, especially if you are a major star, then you start losing to these guys and you get respect from wrestling fans and you get the respect from the wrestling world. I still predict this. And, I have no reason to believe this is ever going to happen. But I do believe at SummerSlam, John Cena is going to lose the United States title to Neville. And do I think John Cena is, not worthy of holding on to this title any longer? Hell no, man. He can hold on to it until WrestleMania and maybe lose it to a Roman Reigns or somebody else like that. But I think deservedly so. John Cena, what he's done for this business, since the WWE is so reluctant on letting John hold the WWE World Heavyweight title for any length of time, I think it would be wise to let him hold a lower mid card belt, which would keep him still in tune with all his WWE faithfuls. And again, what this leads up to is, he can go through any mid carder right now in the WWE, but to have somebody from NXT come up or, build their reputation on a Monday Night Raw, so to speak, and then go in at SummerSlam. There's 4 major pay-per events by the WWE. Obviously, is WrestleMania. It's SummerSlam. Survivor Series, not so much anymore, but you got the Royal Rumble. So any young guy going up against John Cena with any kind of title and beating John Cena would be a major propelling incident for any one of these young stars. And like it or not, like I said, go back into the past. I mean, all of us here on YouTube or anybody on the internet, we have the internet. We see so much exposure. But if you're gonna be negative about the fact that John Cena, I mean, beats younger talent, you understand this. You shouldn't even expect him to lose that first match anyhow. And if you had any kind of reference to older wrestling within the WWE, which we go back to the old WWF, you will see that the likes of Sammartino and Pedro Morales, who was Intercontinental Champion, who held that belt for a very long time as well, you would see that these guys just didn't lose to pretty much anybody. So I think you need to be schooled a little bit on the world of professional wrestling. I think a lot of these younger people that come here on YouTube, I think they know everything, and the bottom line is you don't. Like myself, as many other people here on YouTube, we've been around wrestling for 30 plus years. Namely one Bill Apter, who's been around for a very long time. I mean, I remember buying magazines with his articles back in the middle to late 70s. And, I didn't get to watch all the wrestling promotions back then because cable wasn't, really around. And that's how I kept up with stuff. But now that we got, cable, we got internet, um, people just have this thing about wanting to just hate on others. It's just like YouTubers hating on other YouTubers. The bottom line is, personally, I don't care. I know what I know. I know what I've seen in the world of professional wrestling. I've lived through it, and nobody's going to tell me anything otherwise. And, if you don't like the opinion that I have to say, just simply tune out of the video because you don't really need to watch it. But for all you John Cena fans out there, this video was for John Cena, just for the simple fact is, how do you not respect a man like John Cena, who, more importantly, goes above and beyond for the WWE no matter what they want him to do? He goes and does it. Is there any backlash or any back talk prior to what they want him to do? I don't know. I'm not there behind the scenes. But when it's all said and done, you see John Cena come out, and on every Monday night, he's there. And the bottom line is, when he's gone, then what are you people going to say? It's going to be much like CM Punk. They're going to say, good, I'm glad he's finally gone. Couldn't stand him anyway. And then months later, you hear, boy, we wish CM Punk was back. So it's the bottom line. So John Cena is our United States champion. And like it or not, he does not bury everybody in the ring. And if you want to say John Cena does, go back and look in history and look at every other champion that's been in the WWE or any other promotion. And even go back to the 80s when Hulk Hogan became champion. He always won. He never lost. So, go from there. It's history. It's history. John Cena is a small part of the big picture, whereas there was a lot more people that never lost to pretty much anybody. And when you compare it to John Cena is just a small, small, small portion. Peace out, everybody. Have yourself a great Wednesday. This is the one and only Iceman, and we'll see y'all next time.